play 16 games over 4 months. In this sport, that tests your will as much as your skills. You only move on to the playoffs if you earn it.
The Philadelphia Eagles come up with a huge turnover.
The Seahawks win in dramatic fashion in overtime.
Game over. Eagles have saved the season.
Big Stone does it again. Welcome home.
And it is incomplete.
More Russell Wilson magic.
But the funny thing about moving on to this time of year is that all the ups and downs, all the struggles alongside the triumphs, all of it means nothing now.
It's our season right here, man.
Playoffs is a different atmosphere. It's a different type of momentum. For us, it's just go handle our business and do what we do and do what we know how to do. We are built for this moment.
You win the game, you move on. You lose, you go home. We don't want to go home.
It's the NFL playoffs.
The only thing that matters
Is right now.
We are at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia for the final game of Wild Card Weekend. And Eagle fans are dreaming of another magical run to the Super Bowl as Carson Wentz is ready to play in his first ever postseason game against Russell Wilson, who's playing in his 14th. And the Seahawks in this NFC Wild Card matchup. Al Michaels with Chris Collinsworth, Michelle DeFoy. We now know the winner of this game because of the result in New Orleans will go to Green Bay to meet the Packers next Sunday. So coaches are always talking about next man up. For the Eagles, they are the embodiment of that. Injury upon injury, they've called guys up from the practice squad who performed very well and given this team the spark that led to 4 late season wins and a berth in the playoffs. The Seahawks wound up with a mark of 11-5. Almost all of their games were nail-biters. Going down to the end, this was the case last Sunday night against San Francisco in Seattle. This is a team, however, that staggered down the stretch, losing 3 of their final 4, but they are 7-1 on the road this season. And their road to Miami, if they get there, will start on the road tonight and certainly next week as well in Green Bay. Chris, this is a team that 2 weeks ago looked like they might be number 1. Then they could have been the number 3 seed. Now they're number 5. What do you think of their chances?
Well, remember, this is a team that did win 11 games in the toughest division in football, right? And we have already seen Russell Wilson this season step in here and win in this stadium. Also won on the NFL's largest stage in the Super Bowl as well. So I think as you break down this game, Russell Wilson, I think, is clearly the single biggest difference maker out here.
The Eagles, as we know, the last 3 years, this is the team that won't die. So how do they stay alive after tonight?
The Eagles had to just quit beating themselves. They had 5 turnovers the last time these two teams got together. In the 5 games since, only 3 turnovers combined. And they've got some exciting young talent to talk about as well. Boston Scott's going to remind you a little bit of Darren Sproles. Should be a lot of fun.
Well, for one team, this could be the first stop on the road to Miami in the Super Bowl. For the other, it's the end of the road. It's the Seahawks and Eagles next on NBC.
NBC's Wild Card Playoff is brought to you by the Hyundai Venue, the newest member of our SUV family, and by Verizon, the network more people rely on.